Hey guys, Jessie here from Tonkadale, and this week we're talking about transitioning your plants from outside to inside. Some of you may have used foliage plants in your outdoor containers, or you moved plants outside for the summer so that they could get all grown up, growing to their full potential. I can't help it. I often buy new plants in the summertime and put them on my porch, on my patio. So I have a lot of plants that I need to get ship shape before I bring them in the house. Here we have a philodendron, Kathleen. Kathleen? Let's just say I had her out on my front porch in a shady area all summer long. Plants, when they're outside, tend to get a little dirty and dusty, maybe a little wind blown. We might have some sun scorch on the edges of the leaves because philodendrons are actually quite shade loving when they're outdoors. So the first thing I'm gonna do for Kathleen is I'm gonna give her a real good wash. For plant washing, I just use my regular garden hose. Garden hose. Can you see if there's a kink over there?
There you go.
Make sure to wash the front and back sides of the leaves. This is mainly to get dirt and dust off of the leaves, but also to knock off any insects. Larger insects like spiders and beetles, they're really not gonna hurt our indoor plants all that much. What we're looking for are the smaller traditional indoor plant insects like spider mites, aphids, mealybugs. Giving them a good wash helps take down that population if it's there and just cleans up the leaves. This actually will help get rid of any little insects hiding on the leaves. What I'm really looking for when I bring plants back inside are spider mites. Spider mites are generally always going to be on the back sides of leaves. That's where you'll see all stages of the life cycle from eggs to adults. So wiping the back sides of the leaves is very helpful. Next, I'm gonna get in there and look in all the cracks and crevices. This is where you're gonna find mealybugs, and mealybugs look kind of like that cottony fluff. So they like to hide in the dark spots. I feel like a gynecologist. I'm like a plant OBGYN. All right, Kathleen, you looking good. Next on my list is to treat with some sort of an insecticide. Now you have options here. I like to use the We the Wild neem oil. It contains neem oil and also worm castings, so it does actually fertilize while it shines and treats, creating a protective barrier to keep those buggies away. The neem oil is great and actually smells pretty good. If you're looking to get a little bit more serious, the insecticidal soap is a good one. This one is suitable for organic gardening, so relatively safe. Whether it's organic or not, still an insecticide, so don't drink it, but relatively safe to handle, easy on plants. I'm not gonna spray this right now, but if I were, what I would do is make sure to cover the fronts, the backs of the leaves, get in those cracks and crevices, set it aside in the shade, and let it dry and do its thing. Maybe wait till the next day for part 2. Okay, it's the next day, so it's time for part 2. She could be repotted. She's a little floppy in the pot. Maybe it's time to add something like a moss pole or a bamboo stake to support her to get through those winter months. Also is a good time to do some pruning. On some of these sun-scorched leaves, I might decide to just take them off at the base with a pruner. Philodendrons tend to like to climb and need some support, so I am going to transplant Kathleen with this bendable moss pole by Mossify. The potting soil I'm using is our new Tonkatera indoor potting soil. We blended this stuff just for you guys. It's a great value and the perfect size for any indoor plant. It's the cutest bag. Rip. Glove up. We don't need to go up a size for this one. In fact, we're gonna downsize a little bit. I think there's a lot of extra soil happening in this pot. We're gonna get rid of that grower soil and replace it with some nice organic Tonkatera potting soil. Here we go. Get a little in the bottom, get that moss pole placed. It's balancing, it's balancing. Let's get you out of your pot here, baby. There she is. Take off some of that old soggy potting soil. This is when like a bucket comes in handy. Poor thing, you're just suffocating. Kathleen, snuggle you in there, girl. We're gonna backfill TTPS, Tonkatera potting soil. Oh, I think she's actually happier already. I can just tell. I can tell. It was a rough summer, Kathleen, I know. That looks really good. Who made this mess? I have the Mossify plant tape. This is a good one. It's a very gentle way to tie up your plants. It's Velcro. Just gonna get Kathleen off to a good start. I'll probably do 2 sections and it just sticks to itself. Good to go. Oh, she looked good. A couple of products I do want to talk about. Say you're bringing plants indoors and the soil's in pretty good shape. This product by Soul Soils is the Soil Salvation. This is a mixture of biochar and worm castings. This is just kind of like a soil conditioner. Say like, you know, every once in a while you do like a deep condition on your hair. Similar. Soil Salvation is going to kind of revamp some old stodgy soil. We have a repotting situation here, so the product I would use is called Repot Recovery. That's just going to ease the pain from going from one pot to the next and set your plant up for success. This is kind of like a probiotic for your plant. So the recommendation here is to water before and after you transplant, 1 teaspoon and a gallon of water. So it goes a long way. 1 package is going to be great for bringing plants indoors. You can use it on multiple plants. It's like getting your electrolytes. The last 2 products, you could kind of use these interchangeably, in my opinion. The Necessary Nutrients is just a really gentle fertilizer that you can use all winter long. And then we have the Monthly Myco, which is a blend of mycorrhizae, which is beneficial fungus, and also beneficial bacteria that just get in that soil and make it a really great environment for plant roots. I love this Soul Soils repotting scoop. It's just narrow, and especially when you're doing a smaller project, just helps you direct the soil where it needs to go. So Kathleen has been washed, dried, treated with an insecticide, repotted, looking great with a brand new moss pole. One of my favorite tools to have in my toolbox is actually leaf shine. Leaf shine is just an oil, and I use it to get water spots off the leaves, kind of as a way to dust my plants indoors. Just kind of the finishing touch you need when you're bringing your plants inside. Lastly, I want to show you this great resource we have. It's an infographic of all of the common pests of indoor plants that you may encounter on your plant parent journey. This is a resource that shows you what they look like and how to treat them, just in case you do have an insect infestation pop up, or you're trying to identify what you got and how to best treat it along the way. Looks like a beautiful weekend to get outside and get those plants ready to move indoors for the fall and winter season. As always, if you have questions, let us know. We're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tonkadale.